Hello everybody and welcome back to the Communicraft server, and you may have noticed already a few things have changed. First off, my inventory seems to be a tiny little bit different. We have our efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pickaxe, our sharpness 2 Unbreaking 2 sword, which we got from our villagers, efficiency 3 Unbreaking 1 diamond axe, efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 shovel, flame 1 power 4 and Unbreaking 3 bow, and a silk touch diamond axe, which is for these melons. Because it's easier than breaking them and then having to use 9 melons to make 1 melon block, where you normally only get like 3 to 6 or something along those lines. And we're using pumpkin pies as our food, and we've also got bucket and arrows. First off, also another thing you may have noticed, this is for melons. This makes an output of 8 melons total. This has 4 melon seeds things in it. This has a lot of pumpkins in it. Yeah. I've actually spent the last 2 nights AFKing here and using these. I emptied this like maybe 20 minutes ago or something along those lines, and look at it already. Yeah, I spent what, maybe 7 hours AFKing here. That was full. I think that hopper was full and it was going into here, and it was a lot. And I've been spending them all on that farmer villager over there. We've also got these, and also I have a sharpness 2, Unbreaking 2 sword. However, I do have this sword, which is 13.5 attack damage, Unbreaking 3, knockback 2, sharpness 5, fire aspect 1, and looting 3. Like, the best you can get, so that's all fun. And I need to combine this bow with this bow, because I've got Unbreaking 3, flame 1, power 5, and infinity. So that should be fun. And the reason I'm mainly going for these very high enchantment things is 2 reasons. 1, obviously you want to have that anyway, and 2, from what you'll find in my ender chest. First off, you'll see how many emeralds I've got, which is quite a lot, because as I said, this thing is very, very nice. It's not even finished. That goes up to the world limit. That's how far I want to get it to go. That is how many emeralds we have, and we have 3 wither skeleton skulls. So we do have the ability to go against a wither in the future. That's why diamond armor is in there, and I'm only using this for now, and also I'm not using that sword yet. And also this will get repaired when I combine it with that other bow anyway. And I don't use bows all that much, so like this has got it's got Unbreaking 3, but that's only gone down 22 durability, and I've had that for quite a long time. Oh, look at this thing, it's lovely. But yeah, today we have a quite good plan. It may take a while. It is actually quite late as of recording this. I normally don't record it this late at night. However, I am also recording it earlier in terms of when I would normally record an episode, so that all kind of works out. So this is probably going to be spread over a couple of days for me, but yeah, this is the problem. This thing is not very efficient. I've actually moved this down 2 blocks since last time. This actually kills all of them in 1 hit, because I thought might as well make it an AFK one, because we're getting enough XP from that guy. Or, you know, you can see my XP, and I've been enchanting a lot, so we're getting enough XP from over there that I thought, let's just get them killed. And it's not the most efficient thing in the world. Caves need lighting up, and also it's not in general the best design, so I went scouring across the internet, or mainly YouTube, because that's where everybody goes for anything relating to anything. That or Google, and Google just sends you to YouTube for these sort of things. So yeah, basically I looked up a mob farm, and this thing is very, very basic. However, it is very survival friendly. You know, this doesn't take a lot of materials to build. It doesn't look good, but I think that's mainly because I built it out of cobblestone. I was thinking recently, I wonder where all my cobblestone went to. But that's why I've got that as well, because this is so good, because it's just break that, instantly goes into here. Cobblestone galore. I destroyed all that. Why did I destroy all that? I know why I destroyed all that. Okay, that is something I forgot to do. But yeah, basically today we're going to be making a new mob farm. I'm going to be making half of a mob farm. This is a mob farm I found a tutorial for. It seems very, very efficient. Probably not going to be as efficient in the world we are currently in. Caves and all that, you know, are stuff that need to be lit up. An area around 128 block sphere radius around the farm needs to be lit up, and stuff like that. But this is what we're going to make it. This is going to be these 4 markers are essentially the length and width of the thing. However, as I said, this is for a full farm. We are going to be building half of it on camera, and then the other half is going to be spent, or the other half is going to be built at a different point. Why are those trees bugging out? I'm just going to stand still and look at those trees. It's like, what the hell? Yeah, they're even doing it while I zoom in. That's really weird. But yeah, this is, I think it's like 15 across and 33, well, 33 long, 15 wide, but there's also going to be corners, so these actually need to go one further out. So for example, this would go here, that one would go out one more over here. I actually think this would go here in theory. Same with this one. So that's going to be fun. But basically, I'm going to just do a little the progress, the update sort of thing on this new mob farm after we sleep. So let's just do that. Let's go to sleep. I've actually not been using that bed down there at all that I put in my base. I literally haven't even been going in there in general. I've just been... literally most of my time so far has just been spent at the top of that farm. Just because, I don't even know why, well I think I spend most of my time up there because I know it's lit up and nothing's going to spawn. But, you know, it's fun. Also, by AFKing, we got a lot of iron, and I've actually spent quite a bit of iron, and we still got this much. Like, I just built quite a few bits out of iron. We're going to have to actually spend some more once this whole thing's built. But, yeah, as I said, that's going to be where this is built. This, again, is going to be half a farm, and it's also not going to be fully built because I need a lot of glass. For the total of this thing, you need 1,980 glass, and I don't have that much. The reason I know the exact amount is because I went into MC-Edit on a test world that actually had the thing in there, and you can analyze how many blocks there are. So the materials needed are 306 redstone, 8 redstone blocks, 16 torches, 16 redstone torches, 16 repeaters, 8 comparators, 180 pistons, 10 sticky pistons, 2 droppers, 6 hoppers, and that's just the redstone stuff, and that I got from the video. And from MC-Edit, I found out the whole structure was, well, it was made out of andesite and snow, but I changed andesite to stone brick, because stone brick's easier to get, and also it looks better, because it kind of connects a bit better. But yeah, that's going to be 1,380 or stone brick. That's all that redstone stuff. Yeah, 1,380 snow, 1,933 slabs, which is what those 15 stacks are there for, and the 1,980 glass. But half of that's going to get used because I'm building half a farm, and that's all the materials for the main farm. But yeah, I will see you back in a second. Oh yeah, also one thing I just noticed. The server. That was perfect. Oh. Yeah, we have there's a very weird... Okay, I might as well talk about it whilst I'm here, waiting for the server to restart. The timing of the server restart is extremely weird. Like, I normally expect it to be somewhere around... It's an EU server, so I expected it to be around midnight-ish for me. Which is why I was, you know, kind of surprised just then, because I keep on forgetting about it, because I keep on thinking it's about midnight. But it's actually... Oh, the piston's going up. It's actually at 7:36. Yeah. For me, 7:36 PM. And that's just, I don't know why, but I find it a really random time. Because I at least expected to maybe be on the half an hour, or, you know, the full hour. But 36, like, it's really weird. So yeah, I'm going to first say, you may notice I'm back in the default texture pack. I'm not using Faithful. One of the main reasons is connected textures. Connected textures work in this, they don't in Faithful. Plus, I don't know why, I've just kind of liked the default for some reason a bit more. I've actually become less liking of Facts recently. I don't know why, mainly because I just don't play with it, I think. But yeah, Vanilla's, I'm staying with default for a bit. I may go back to Faithful 32, but for now I'm going to go into default because I like it, and there's some melons up there. So yeah, I'm gonna just build the base little layer for half of this farm. I think I'm gonna build this side. Actually no, let's build this side because I can't. No, I'll have to think about it. I need some ladders as well, I realized, for later. But yeah, I'm gonna build the base of half the farm, and I'll see you once that's done. Okay, so this is the sort of footprint or whatever you want to call it for the half the farm. As you can see, it's about well, it is half of, you know, these torches. So what's going to happen here is this is going to be where the farm goes up. I think it goes up 42 blocks, or at least it's a 42 drop. Or 42 block drop. So what's actually going to happen in the way I'm building it is I do have a lot of iron, but I don't really have the patience to be able to make enough hoppers where it's going to... Basically, the point is you put chests going all across here, like 2 normal chests, then 2 trap chests, then 2 normal chests, then 2 trap chests, etc, etc. And then you have hoppers from this line going into that chest, then that into that chest, then there. That's a lot of hoppers. I'm not building that right now. I'm going to get the farm done. Then if mobs start dropping, fair enough, the drops are going to just, you know, eventually despawn. You know, mobs are infinite. So there's never going to be a, you know, well, there is a mob cap, but it's never going to, they're never going to stop spawning. And also at this rate, with the amount of caves that are most likely around, it's probably unlikely that they're going to actually spawn at all. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that out for now and just put it in later. That's going to be an off-camera thing most likely, because I then need to work out how many hoppers there are and then just get enough wood. Or even though there's quite a lot of trees around, I need to get enough wood to make that enough chests, and then get enough iron, which I do have. How are you over... Oh, okay, I suppose that's fair enough. But yeah. Also, if I do finish this now, it's going to still, whilst I'm building this, however long it's going to take, this is going to still be generating iron. That's going to be, well, it's going to be generating pumpkins anyway, but you know, that's going to be generating iron because they're going to drop, and that means that, yeah, see what I mean? That means that, you know, we won't be making a massive loss straight away. We can still recuperate it back whilst creating the thing, which I suppose would happen anyway if I put the hoppers in now, but there are no worries for now. So I'm going to just leave that out. So if you do look in the video later and get confused why there's no hopper floor or collection system, that's mainly the reason why. So yeah, I'm going to get on to the next part, and I'll see you then. So I was stood here just finishing off the sort of thing, this thing here, which kind of stops the light from the lower layers getting up to here. So it makes it more efficient and less dark. And I came over here and saw this, and I thought it looked really cool from this angle. I don't know why. These sort of ones where you can actually see the pumpkins, it just looks really cool. I don't know why. It's not even finished, those layers up there. The functioning parts, which is the redstone torch side, on both opposite corners, they are fully functional. However, or they're working, and so they're fine. So the farm is functional. However, the aesthetic part, which is the torches, that is not there. Which I don't know. The sort of scaffolding plus everything up there kind of makes it look cooler, in my opinion. I don't know why. I think it's just the coolness of it looking like a you know, project that's, I don't know. It just looks good. I'm sure it'll look even better once it's completely finished up to world limit, along with its other tower next to it for melons, which are not going to be as efficient for trading. However, in terms of food, you never know, they might be quite useful. So that's going to be fine. But yeah, as I said, you know, it built up here up to, well, we started on Y of 69, so we're up here at Y 99, 30 blocks up. And then we go a bit further up for the things. This is where the first set of pistons are, which is why these this line here and this line here are missing. I accidentally put blocks in there at first, so I just got rid of those. So now I've got to go get my pistons and sort out all that stuff. Let's have a little jump in here. The amount of times I've died trying to jump in water pools with this thing. I like go to the very top, wanna like get to the bottom. I've got a 3x3 water pool here, and the amount of times I've died due to this thing, I'm pretty sure it's more than I've died to mobs. But yeah, who thought it'd be difficult getting into a 3x3 pool from the top? But okay, you shouldn't be there. Go away. He's dead. So yeah, let's go to sleep, get our pistons, and then place all that. I'll probably just do all 3 layers first, and then get back once I'm ready for the redstone. So yeah, I'll see you after I've done that. Okay, so it may be dark now, but that's because someone's now on the server as well as me, so I can't actually go and sleep. Plus, the bed's down here and I'm up here. But I've done all 3 of the piston layers, and I did make well, there was a slight modification from the world I checked all the blocks on. So that world I had a look at, and I calculated the exact amount of blocks on there. However, for that it used full blocks for the roof. However, this design here uses half slabs instead, because it then allows Endermen to spawn on the third layer as well as the second and first layer. And Endermen are quite, you know, I haven't got a lot of them. I think I've got 3 Ender Pearls in total. I'm not really using them because they're rare. And if we find a stronghold at any point, I kind of want to make sure that that we have enough Ender Pearls. Even though we can buy them by Eyes Vendor from the clerics, I want to make sure, and I could easily buy enough for a stronghold with the amount of emeralds I have. I want to just make sure that, you know, we could easily do it instead, just having some Ender Pearls and some blaze rods. But yeah, this is now built. This is so that nothing spawns up here, as it seems to be, you know, obvious in most things. This could just be a half slab, to be perfectly honest, but I think it looks quite cool having this up here instead. And yeah, I didn't take into account the fact that at the bottom everything is dark and everything wants to spawn. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to look too much. Also, yeah, that's where I had water flowing, because I had to get down a few times when I actually accidentally got stuck in there. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Nothing seems to be spawning in here. I think everything's just wandered off. But 3 layers, and then the roof. You can sort of see the 3 layers. You got that, and that, and then you got this roof layer here. And yeah, that's kind of that. So I think next is just the redstone, which I think I'll just get through, to be perfectly honest, because I'm probably going to die a lot. I have actually died, as you may notice, having less levels than last time I saw you. But yeah, I'm going to just kill these guys and drop off some of these materials, and I will get on to making go away, stupid thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get on to building all the redstone, so I'll see you then. Okay, so it is actually the next day now, because by the time I finished this whole thing it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. That was a bit of a pain. The reason for that is I actually built the pistons on the wrong sides, meaning that they were trying to push 13 half slabs rather than 12 slabs, meaning that the machine didn't work. So I had all the pistons on this side and the opposite side, where they need to be on of this side and the other side, and as you can hear, they are pushing perfectly fine, you know, making so much noise. I've half slabbed this entire thing out. This means this is essentially just a double pulsar down here. So that's on a etho hopper clock, which then sends out a double pulsar, which pushes basically this piston, all the pistons out, back out, out, back out, out, back in, and it all, you know, push those every so often. And that's on a pretty fast clock, and it's not the most efficient. However, I never really expected it to be, and the reason for that is lighting up everywhere around it. So whilst the world seems to not want to render in for me, you may see basically the way mobs spawn is it's within 128 blocks of, or basically like mobs can spawn 128 blocks around the player, or something similar to that. So essentially what I did is took the center of the farm, and I'm zooming in because it actually speeds up the rendering of the area, but I took the center of the farm and where it drops down, and I basically went 128 blocks out that way, 128 blocks that way, and that way, which I'm not sure if you can see it from here. See that wooden block there, that's 128 blocks out from this, from the center of this, and then basically every 7 blocks there is a torch which will light up the area. As you can see, I've done quite a lot. You'll see that in like the center it's slightly darker. I think that doesn't go below 7, but if it does, I'll just fill those with torches as well. I've got quite a lot of torches, as you can see. Yeah, I'm basically going to go around this entire area where I've gone and marked out. I've done that entire area, so that half is done. It's just Oh, I just realised I turned bobbing off. I always turn bobbing off when I'm just sort of doing the torches, just because it makes it so much easier for counting out. But I've got this area to do, which is the third bit I'm doing, which I'm doing currently. I'm up to that line, as you can see, and I've got that bit to go, and those can all go because those are just spammed there for no reason from earlier. It looks a lot cleaner down here now than it did before. I've also taken all the grass out. I'm probably going to do that as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about all the trees. Not sure if I'm going to get rid of them and just maybe replant them later, but a few trees have had to be taken down in order to get torches because they are in the way. But yeah, then I've got this corner to do, and then I've got to go and do a lot of caving, but hopefully just this in general will stop any mobs spawning 128 blocks from the middle of this in night time, because all of it will be lit up and it will not, you know, it has to be under a certain light level for it to for mobs to spawn, and they'll be this will be above that light level. So for example, 14 is the light level that we get here, and I'm pretty sure if we go like the center here, 9 and 8, I'm pretty sure 7 is what you need to have in order for something to spawn. In here it's 0, but this is going to be, this is all half slabbed, so it's fine. It's just these are the ones that are spawning over here and coming over. But yeah, this thing is actually working pretty efficiently. I took out all the bones earlier. I've also had to take out a few arrows just so because I haven't got my infinity, and I left this thing. Well, this thing's just been running in general whilst in the background along with the pumpkin farm, and we have. You know, I took out all the bones maybe 10 minutes ago, and now we got 5 bones in there, 1 bone in there, 2 in there, 1 in there. What was that? 3, 2, 1, 2. You know, witches are spawning in this thing as well, so we get glowstone and redstone out of this, as well as bottles, spider eyes, just generally, and stuff like that. And I thought I'd have a little look at how this thing has been performing, because this has been loaded the entire time that I've been here, and I haven't actually had a look at how much this thing is produced. I'm assuming it's over one thing, over one chest, and I'm assuming it's possibly gone into here, but it might just be in here. But I'm pretty sure that this will probably be filled, because this is actually, like, as I said, I finished this at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I started, or I stopped torching out this area about 5 o'clock in the morning ish, on and off, because I had some work to do as well. So yeah, you know, it's been on for quite a while. I've been AFKing for a bit. So oh yeah, as I suspected, this whole thing is full. That is what? That's 27 stacks there of pumpkins. 27 times 2. That's 54 stacks. I hope that's the right maths. Yes, 54 stacks in there. This thing is full, so that's 5 more stacks, and this thing not too full, but we got 9 extra stacks and a bit, and this thing should be running perfectly fine. Oh, I think I never showed the clock I've got here. Basically, it's a normal hopper clock, so I have 30. I'm not even sure. Yeah, 30. For some reason, I have more than 32 items in here. Let me do that. But basically, it's supposed to have 32 items in it. Let me just. I think there might be 34. Yeah, so for 36 in there for some reason. But yeah, this is 32 items in here. Basically, as soon as this redstone block moves over here, that can actually be filled in. But as soon as this redstone block moves over here, it'll activate this redstone, which will activate this piston. But for a brief second, it will send a pulse through this sand block, which will send a single pulse into this repeater, which then sends a pulse to that torch tower and that torch tower, making the whole thing work. So yeah, pretty simple design in general. I mean, how many do we have in here? We're already going up. Like, you know, this is quite efficient. And then as soon as we get the melon one going, I think we'll be fine. But that actually, the only thing holding me back on that currently is slime balls. And also the fact that I want to finish this one first. This is my priority because this means this is the one that can easily get me emeralds, because it's 10 of these for an emerald, or it's 12 blocks of melons for an emerald. And by destroying them in this contraption, it means you get the melon slices, which you need 9 of to make 1 block. So this is priority. My other priority is to try and get another farm villager with a better trade for it, because you can get a minimum of 8 per 8 minimum 8 emeralds per 8 pumpkins for an emerald, unlike the 10 that I've got currently. So from a stack now I can get 6 emeralds and have 4 left over. From having an 8 pumpkin villager I would have no remainder and just 8 emeralds, so that'd be really good. So yeah, I'm going to carry on for a couple of hours most likely, torching this thing out, maybe going on a few caving expeditions. I just think I did one here, which I nearly got lost. I did get lost in actually, because I had to find my way back up. But yeah, oh, I got hiccups. But yeah, some caving needs to be done. But this is going to take priority because this also helps in general, because this just means stuff is not spawning on the surface and we don't have to worry. The only thing we then have to worry about is zombie build up due to potential chicken jockeys spawning, or chickens in general being around an area, laying eggs, and then zombies holding them. So that's the only thing we've got to worry about there. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go through 100, well, this is like a 256 by 256 area, pretty sure. Yeah, because it should be 128, 128, 128, 128, blah 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 blah, 256 essentially by 256 by 256 by 256 area, and I've got to go torch all that up, and then go underground, make sure all that's all torched up, which will be good because that means we can possibly get more diamonds, more coal, more emeralds, blah blah blah, because we are near an extreme hills biome in both, I think that side definitely, and I think potentially this side, somewhere, no, over there, yeah. So all that is extreme hills, and I think over there is extreme hills actually, pretty sure. But yeah, I am going to have to spend a lot of time doing that, so I'll have to see you once all that is done. Okay, so it's actually been a couple of hours now. I spent about 10 hours or so AFKing before the server restarted and I got disconnected. So it's been a couple of hours after that, but no one's been on, I'm assuming, or at least around my area. So I actually built this up 128 blocks from the ground of that thing, because it makes it a lot easier, so I don't actually have to light up the area. And I'm going to see how much we've actually managed to gain, as well as how many pumpkins we have, because we had about 2 chests full, pretty quickly, and I'm not sure how it'll be. I'm really curious to see if this worked though, because I don't know if I'm mucked up or not. And okay, and there's a lot of items on the floor, and a cobblestone piece from I think earlier. But yeah, everything is full, it looks like. I'm going to need more chests, it looks like. That is... wow. Right, let's... okay. I'm going to have to get some more chests, it looks like. That is cool, but at the same time worrying, because that was not much AFKing. Like, in the whole grand scheme of things, I didn't AFK for the longest amount of time in the world there. Like, to be honest, the maximum I could do in any one thing is 12 hours. Because, like, AFKing completely, like, I go to sleep sort of thing. Because that is going from, all those despawned, I think. That is going from, basically, 7:56 where the server restarts, or about 7:57 to about 7:56, 12 hours later when the server restarts, unless I wake up before then, make sure I automatically reconnect and do it for another couple of hours. Either that, or if there's any sort of way you can make yourself auto reconnect to a server, but I'm not sure if there is. But yeah, this is useful to say the least. I'm gonna Actually, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of chests right now, and I'm going to make one chest for each droppable item and see how much we got in those couple of hours. So I'm gonna get a few of those chests, set them up, and I'll see you once that's done. I didn't take into consideration as well, just setting up these chests now, that all of these hoppers now have to due to that, except maybe these back ones, be full. Like all those ones there, they were there, but you know, the difficult one with this is I've got a stack in my inventory, so yeah. But like all of these must be full for all those items to be on the ground, not being picked up by hoppers, and for these to be full. I just want to see how much redstone we got out of this. That would be quite an interesting one, because it's not actually like it is built to be a universal mob farm, but I don't think witches drop all that commonly. But yeah, I just noticed these are just still filling up. But yeah, this is going to take a while, I think, and I'm probably going to need a few more chests than 6. Luckily, I've got 20 more, so yeah, I'm going to have to wait for all the hoppers to fill up as well, or fill into these chests as well. And I don't know if I'll get any that drop during this, so we'll have to see. Because those spiders don't like to do it. There's a thing with spiders, I think, where if you put signs on the walls, it stops them like climbing on the walls. I might have to do that. I don't think it'll impact in any way onto the spawning, but it'll stop these guys trying to climb onto things, because they seemingly don't like to drop, and they do like to climb up the walls in this. But yeah, I will have to spend a lot of time doing this, so I'll see you once that's done, and then we can see how much we got in about 10 hours. Okay, so it's been about 30 or so minutes since I last recorded, and I finally cleared out everything, because the more you take out, the more comes through the hoppers, so it's a bit of a pain to make sure everything is sorted. Everything is out except from these feather and raw chickens, which is from the chicken jockey, a chicken jockey that I killed, because chicken jockeys do spawn up there, which is a bit of a pain. These 2 bows, and I think there's another one in here, which I threw in when I killed a couple of skeletons. But yeah, this is what this made. So basically, I think the ender pearl, which is in this chest, I think I have 1. I just threw in there when I killed an enderman, or I think there was an enderman here that I killed that dropped in. This can spawn enderman, however it won't kill them. There's another dropping down, so we are gonna possibly get some more coming through. Yeah, we go, 2 bones coming through on there. But yeah, the drop won't kill them in this case, so we do need to put in a few iron golems in here for those cases. But yeah, we have nearly 2 stacks of redstone, like 4.5 stacks of sticks, 2 stacks of sugar, 2 stacks of spider eyes, 2 stacks of glass bottles, nearly 2 stacks of glowstone dust and ender pearl, as I showed. This is just string and more string. This is rotten flesh, rotten flesh, rotten flesh. This is all gunpowder. This is all arrows, so I'm never going to be running out of those. These are all bones right there, and I think this is an empty one, yeah. So that is quite a lot. I'm actually tempted to just quickly work out exactly how much I have in here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go do that. So I'm going to stop recording for a second, go open a notepad somewhere, and type down the exact amount of items we got throughout that entire thing. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I made the calculations of how much we got, and in that time I think a few more have dropped. As you can see, things are dropping all the time around here. All these were empty, as you saw previously, and they are still dropping. And this isn't even, you know, up there is the, up where I was, there is the most efficient place, because it stops any of the caves below loading. So that is the best place, and this is still performing fairly well, I think, in the background still. So obviously I'm still going to go through the caves just so it can be at idle, or me being at idle on the ground at least, it will still be at its peak, or as close to the peak of its performance as it can be without me having to purposefully go up there. But yeah, I did my calculations. I found out string wise we have 5,074 string, 9,129 rotten flesh, 8,819 bones, 8,791 arrows, 9,204 gunpowder, 131 bottles, 132 spider eyes, 125 redstone, 121 glowstone, dust, 129 sugar, 293 sticks, and 1 ender pearl. And you can see where I've been caving here. Actually, 2 areas I've been caving that are in slightly different areas, so that is good on that case. And whilst we're here, why don't we check out this thing? This thing has been running the entire time that this was here. And let's see how much we've got. So, last time we were here, we checked this. This was definitely full, and I think so was this hopper. I think this was halfway through being full, or close to being full at least. So let's see how much we've got here. I'm expecting it to be full, but not too sure about the hopper or this one. And as I suspected, yes, that is more pumpkins than I think we're ever going to need. We're going to have pumpkins and emeralds for days. The hopper is also full. And this is, ooh, that's a halfway full. It's a bit more than I expected this to be. I expected this to be full and maybe this to be half full. And then I was going to say, if this was full, I'd expect this to maybe be on the second line. This is actually halfway through, nearly halfway, literally halfway through the fourth line in this chest, with these dropping constantly whilst I'm here. So I think more AFKing is in order. What I think I might do next episode, which I'm not sure when I'm going to record, but I might have to work it out in my head first, is I might set up a sorting system for this sort of area. What I might do is just sort of basic plan here. This may not be what happens, but have, for example, a glass floor here leading down, it leads down into an area that has a sorting system for each and every single item that you can get out of this. So we will have to include ender pearls and in the future maybe raw chicken and feathers as well. Depends on well, the whole point is that lag occurs. Yeah, I'm getting really weird lag spikes on the server for some reason. Happens nowhere else in the, like, if I'm playing single player, if I'm playing on another server, I don't get it, but I only get it here. But yeah, basically we'll have to have feathers and also actually no, I don't think you do have to. I'm not sure if because chicken jockeys obviously spawn, meaning we have to kill them off. I'm not sure if iron golems kill the chicken as well. That might be something I have to check. But yeah, we're gonna have to set up a little sorting system for that. Hopefully that all goes well. Hopefully in the time between episodes I actually have the ability to put a plan together for what I want to, how I want to make it, because both aesthetically and functionally. Because then I also have to get the materials as well. That's another thing as well. So but with the but we're actually getting quite a lot of redstone out there. That's what we got, 125 redstone. So I need 2 stacks of redstone from from something that isn't purposefully a. Well, it's not like dedicated to be a witch farm. So I think that's pretty good. And I never put these melons away. Let's do that quickly. Actually, I have over a stack now. That's really, really good. And this still dropping. So yeah, that's really good. I may have to AFK. Like what I might do now. For now, is just set up another set of hoppers underneath each one of these chests, and set up another set of chests underneath that, just so that it doesn't happen again. And maybe I might AFK tonight as well. I think what I might do is, as soon as it gets to the restart time, oh, I can't, I just realised. That's a bit of a pain. Because the restart time's at 8, but I get back at 9. So what I'll have to do today is, as soon as I get back at 9, I'm going to have to set myself up to AFK on the server. And I'll probably AFK whilst I'm here as well, just for however many hours until 7 o'clock I have. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of today. Main thing was this, and then it kind of went over a few days. So I haven't really got anything else to... Whoa, rain is causing lag. But I haven't got anything else that I actually have to do or say or talk about or whatever. So I'm going to end it off here. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And we're going to see how much this thing can bring us AFKing again. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.